As many of you don't know, I took responsibility for our public schools as mayor in 1995, and every political pundit and every political strategist told me that I should never, ever, as a politician, ever take responsibility for our public schools, because you'll never succeed, and there are too many problems, and you're going to fail in your political career. I told them that isn't the greatest gift that we in government, whether local, state, or federal government, could give to people, and especially children, a good quality education. You give them tools for life and never have to depend upon Mayor Daley or anyone else. You give young people a quality education, they have the tools for life. If we don't, we see the failures every day in our society. Walk down the street, go into prisons, go anyplace else in America. The failures, the lack of quality education. And that's the commitment I made, and not to blame people. You know, usually everybody's a name blame. Everybody wants to blame teachers, everybody wants to blame this, everybody wants to blame everyone else. My theory is we're not here to blame anyone. We're all part of the solution, and we are part of the solution. And it doesn't matter what they say or what they do. I firmly believe in the best interest of the child everyone has. We all have to move forward in the quality education that we give to our children. It isn't them versus us. It's the children looking back and saying, all you adults, what are you going to do for us? And this is the commitment that I made in our city. We've had more private money in the city of Chicago for public schools than any other city. We adopt schools. We have people giving money into the schools. We're really fortunate that the business community has said, we want to become part of the solution. We don't want to sit back and we could say we pay our taxes. That's all we have to do in the country. But we want to do more because we want the workforce to keep our businesses here. We want to better this city. And I really want to thank the business community that has done so much, not only here at the university, example, business community helps out, but also our public school system. To me, that is a great commitment that we have seen over many, many years. And there are great stories in our school system. But many times you don't hear good stories. You know that. Negative or bad stories travel. We never hear good things. Recently, I was at a wonderful graduation. A young girl got up at Brooks High School on the south side, and she's valedictorian, and she got so many scholarships. She selected 4 years at Stanford. But the way I was impressed with the rest of the students that came forward and received their diploma and shook their hand was their presence and character. I told the principal, I didn't care if that student, whatever achieved, they achieved so much just coming. I have never been so impressed. So education sometimes isn't all about the A students. It's all about the students that you're building character to. And yes, we'll get better every year in their life of learning and their continual life. And think that is the role model that I have. In going to elementary school graduation, and to see the assistant principal going on to be a principal, and to see the former principal coming back, and really proud of the Stockton Elementary School graduation, and all the teachers were there. And to me, again, we have to have positive role models, and teachers are positive role models in our society. In the early childhood education, Mary Ellen will talk specifically about that, but we know learning is beginning at birth. It doesn't wait for anyone. And we struggle with all the violence, we struggle with all the gangs in America, and you know all that they have failed in education, and so early. And we cannot ever give up on children. I don't know why, when someone says, well, that child is 12 years old or 14 or 15, it blows my mind to say that, why are you giving them up? They're only kids. They're only 14 or 15 years old. And think of the situations they live in or the home environment. Many times they have issues and they have problems. And I've always believed that, and my wife has always said that everybody learns differently. And so we have to really understand that. I think this wonderful exhibit, the Wonder of Learning, the 100 Languages of Children exhibition, really provides an opportunity to understand how children learn. We all learn differently, you know that. And to me, we have to start talking about it. We have to be able to look at curriculums and figure out how we can maybe teach differently. I go into high schools and all tell me, oh, Mayor, it's so boring. You know, teacher comes in and throws a book down, and we sit down like this and we wait for him. Oh, wait, come on, you know. Why is it? I mean, what, you know, they tell me, why is it so boring? Was it boring when you were there? No, I said, I had Christian brothers. They were mean. They wouldn't let me be boring. No, a little physical abuse there. But it was, you know, but it was different. But they tell you that. It's really interesting. And from my perspective, many of the programs after school and other challenges education, those are the ones I want to hear about. Those are the ones I want to see about, because no one wants the same system 50 years ago that we're taught, a different generation, and especially with technology that we see in our society. And every college graduate that graduates here in America doesn't have technology, they're not going anyplace. Very few will ever get a job. It's all, I mean, and I'm not a tech person. Of all the things I've seen in this restructuring of America in a global society is technology. And yes, you can learn through technology. You can use a lot of things, and what we see today is this wonderful exhibit will really make us rethink a lot of things we do in life. I think that's important in education. And I really can thank all the teachers and the attendees who are really committed. We have to show that in the media, how a lot of teachers are so committed to the students. We never hear that. You know, you just sometimes get different versions. And I've always said, I had 3 sisters that were teachers, so you better believe I supported teachers all my life. I was really proud of them. I was really proud of their personal commitment and their love of their children, and to see them move on in life. The younger kids, as they graduated, and sent notes and that back to them. I think there's so many teachers that do so many kind things that many times they go unrecognized, and I thank them for helping in our city, many of the young students here in our city, and reaching out like parents, and you know, you reach out in so different ways. I thank them, and I welcome the mayor to our great city. We're very honored to have you here. I'd like to present this book to you, and the book says City by Design. And so who built this city were immigrants. This whole city was built by immigrants. Even today, immigrants are building this city. We're really proud of the immigrants that have arrived here in the past, in present, and their future. And this really symbolizes the great architects, engineers, tradesmen, all the people that work who are immigrants in the past and the future. Mr. Mayor, I welcome you and thank you for this wonderful exhibit in our city.
Thank you.